Hello, this is Dr. Hui Liu from San Jose, California, United States. My email is ibridgepy@gmail.com. iBridgePy is an easy-to-use Python platform to help traders to build algorithm trading robots. It can backtest and live trade with interactive brokers, Robinhood, and TD Ameritrade. You can download iBridgePy from www.ibridgepy.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel because more tutorials are coming.
In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about to backtest a strategy called buy low, sell high strategy using daily data provided by IBridgePy data center. And the goal is to backtest from year of 2002. We have a few related YouTube tutorials about this topic, actually about IBridgePy backtester. And I would like to introduce these YouTube tutorials to help you understand the information in this tutorial because they are highly related. To understand the topic in this demo, I would like to introduce other YouTube tutorial which is related to this topic. The first tutorial I'm going to introduce is called Build Buy Low Sell High Strategy, developed by a machine learning strategy. So you can refer to this tutorial. Then we have a detailed explanation about this strategy, how it's implemented in IBridgePy. So you can refer to this tutorial. To evaluate the backtest performance, we use Sharpe ratio. And IBridgePy has a tool to calculate Sharpe ratio. You can refer to this tutorial. Then you can refer to these 4 tutorials about backtesting. The first one is to backtest without any historical data ingestion. You can refer to this tutorial. To speed up the backtest, you can ingest historical data before backtesting starts. So you can go to take a look about this tutorial. Then you can download historical data from any third-party data provider and save the historical data to local file, and then load the local file and supply it to backtester. You can refer to this tutorial. To speed up the backtest, you can designating the spot times to backtest. So you can refer to this tutorial. This technique will make the backtesting very fast. Sometimes you may need to convert historical data format from, for example, epoch seconds to daytime. And we have a tutorial to introduce how to convert daytime to epoch and vice versa. Then we will have an introduction about buy low, sell high strategy, how it's implemented in IBridgePy. Then we will talk about the settings about backtest. First, we choose IBridgePy data center as a data provider. Then we will talk about using API key by logging into IBridgePy-portal and then set API key in settings. And then we need to pick a start time and end time for backtesting. Then we will label minute bars as simulated by daily bars. We will explain the reason for that. Actually, the reason is we don't have minute bar. We only have a daily bar there. And the way to do it is to simulate minute bar by daily bars. And then we will label daily bars go back 5,000 days from IBridgePy data center to backtest from year 2002. And then let's see how the performance. After the simulation, we will visually see the performance of buy low, sell high strategy. After demo, we'll talk about the pros and cons. To look for the API key for each individual user, you need to go to IBridgePy.com first, and then go to the upper right corner. It says go to IBridgePy-portal. So you need to click go to IBridgePy-portal, then you will be directed to IBridgePy-portal. This is the backend of the website, and this is the portal, and it has many features. So we're going to use login as a test, and then input password. So if you don't have an account, you can sign up here, and after you have your account, you can use your account to log in. I'm going to use the test account. So log in. After logging in, you can find out the upper part is to tell you that we have IBridgePy YouTube tutorial channel. Please click this channel and click subscribe. It's free, and we will roll out many tutorials, so you will be notified that. Then you can see the username test show up and says your API key to send the email is this one. This is the API key for this test account. You can use it for many things. Send out the email is one of the feature that you can do in IBridgePy. And also, when you send out the email, you still need API key. This API key is kind of a personal secret. Don't share with others because the user will be identified by this API key. Also, you can download IBridgePy folders, and so this is how you find out this API key. Then let's switch to IBridgePy folder and to demo how to set API key. This is the folder, and in my local I call it IBridgePy, Yellowstone IBridgePy. And if you go to the root folder, there is a Python file called settings.py. Open this one, and you can see there are some other fields you can set up, and we have talked about it in other tutorials you may refer to. And for this tutorial, I'm going to talk about API key from IBridgePy-portal. Right now it's called IBridgePy email client, but actually this API key is the same API key we found, and you can just put the string there. Then IBridgePy knows you are using this API key to perform a lot of actions. After we set the IBridgePy API key, let's switch to the backtesting part. This time, I'm going to open a file called testme by IBridgePy data. Let's open it up. So the strategy I'm going to test is the buy low, sell high strategy. However, the file name in my local folder is in public examples. The file name is demo close price reversion.py. So this is the strategy I'm going to test. Account code, I'm not going to deal with Interactive Broker at this moment, but I still put account code there. This demo will not use it. The important part is data provider name. This time, I set it to IBridgePy because we are going to use the historical data from IBridgePy. And we have other tutorials to talk about using Interactive Broker as data provider or use local file. which means you can use any third-party data provider and download their historical data to your local file and use that data for backtesting. We will talk about TD using the historical data from TD and Robinhood later. So, but for this demo, we're going to talk about the data center from IBridgePy. And this part, so from line 15 to line 24, this part is to tell IBridgePy what historical data are needed during backtesting. And IBridgePy backtester will fetch this data before backtesting to speed up the whole backtesting process. The keyword is HistIngestionPlan, and it's created by a class called HistIngestionPlan. You just need to use exactly format like line 19 and it will work. And this is the keywords. And then we need two, we need two individual plans. We use HistIngestionPlan.add, this function to add individual historical data plans. Let's talk about this part first, because this one is more straightforward. In our buy low, sell high strategy, we always look for the close price of yesterday and compare with the close price of today, and then to do the simulation, to calculate if there are any signal. And in the strategy implementation, we can see we use a function called request historical data, and we ask for daily data, which means IBridgePy backtester must have daily bar data to backtest. That's why I want to talk about this part. So this part tells IBridgePy that look for SPY data, and I need daily bar data. And I want to go back 5,000 days because I want to backtest, go back maybe 20 years, so that we need approximately 5,000 days. So we will download 5,000 days of historical data from IBridgePy data center. So that part is clear. The other part is this line. This line means whenever IBridgePy backtester need the minute bar data, do not, because we don't have minute bar data at this moment. The only way is to simulate minute bar data by daily bars, because we have daily bars. And to simulate minute bar data, we use the strategy is we use the close price of daily bar to simulate the minute bar data. The reason for that is in our buy low, sell high strategy, transaction always happen at 359. So that as long as we have the minute bar price at 359, we are good to do the simulation. And 359 is just 1 minute before market close. So we assume the price at 359 is very close to the close price on that day, so that we use the close price of that day to simulate the price at 359. That's the reason for this line. Because we don't have historical data from IBridgePy Center for minute bar, so that we use this simulation strategy. The next part is to designate spot time to go through backtester. This from this line to this line. The reason for that is we want to go back to year 2012, let's say January 1st to today, January 9th. And because in our strategy, the only time in the day that we are going to use is 1559, so that we use a pandas tool called .date range to create a day range there, so that this is a list of date from this date to this date. However, after this one is created, the hour and the minute are all 0 and 0, so that we need to replace 00 by 1559 to create a time which is 1559. Looks like this. So after the replacement, each simulated spot time in this list will be a date and 1559. Only these spot times will go through the backtester, and then we start to backtest. This is the explanation, and then let's run it. This one, let's run it. This one is IBridgePy data there. And let's start to run it. Let's make sure we have it. And we have 5,000 days. Okay, let's run it. So the first step, the backtester will request historical data from IBridgePy, you can see, and ingested, pretty quick, ingested historical data for SPY. Bar size is daily bar from the data center of IBridgePy. And then to verify we got the correct historical data, the first line is 2001, February 26. The last line is 2021, January 8th. So actually, because we have the data back to 2001, February 26, actually we can go change the starting time of backtesting to 2001, February, let's say 25th, the earliest date of this historical data to backtest. But we already started, then we just let it go. So you can see the transaction started from January 7th, 1559 Eastern Time is SPY, bought, wow, and at that time it's $81.32, bought is 1,229 shares. So this price is the simulated transaction price for 1559, this mini bar. Actually, as I explained, this is not the real price happened at 1559 because we don't have daily data. There's no way to know the exact price. So IBridgePy-tester simulated the price at 359 by the close price on this day, because we say data source name is simulated by daily bars, and it translates to here. And you can see bought, sold, and the simulation goes on. You can see, okay, it's still running 2004, and it looks pretty quick. Actually, if you have ever used other backtester, especially the web-based products like Quantopian, if you have heard of it, if the simulation go back 20 years, and it take a little bit time, but definitely it's faster than this right now. There are too many reasons, because online products, they may have a supercomputer. That's the first reason. The second reason is their backtester has been optimized on their server side, but IBridgePy Backtester is designed for backtest and live trade in one platform and in client's computer, so that there's a very few chances for IBridgePy to optimize the backtest. However, another reason for that is IBridgePy is creating two logs during backtesting. One log is actually the logs will be created in the output folder. One log is the balance log. The other one is transaction log. If we open the balance log, we can see there are 4 columns: date, time, portfolio value, and cash value. If we have a tool to draw a plot of portfolio value, you can visually see how your strategy performs. The other log is transaction log. It captured all transactions happened during the simulation, and it is exactly the same as you see in this part. And IBridgePy is creating these logs while doing the simulation, and it slowed down the whole process. The reason for that, for the slowdown, is because online web products will finish all simulation and create one log. But in IBridgePy Backtester, we don't know when the user will click stop, so we just keep writing the logs, and it slows down the overall process, and that's something we will improve in the future. The backtesting finished. You can see the last line happens 2020 January 8th, 1559, and sold some price. Looks good. And then it's time to analyze, visualize the performance. What we are going to use is a tool provided by IBridgePy, which called portfolio sharp ratio.py. If you go open this file, and this one is used latest backtest balance log. As I explained, there are 2 logs are created during backtesting, and this tool will look for the latest balance log from output folder and draw a plot to visualize the backtesting result. Then we run it. Okay, it looks like this. You can see it's the starting point of the curve is $100,000, which is the default account value in IBridgePy Backtester. And then you can see the price goes up, the portfolio goes up, and there's some up and down, and it has some bigger fluctuation, but overall the performance goes up quickly. And we calculate the annualized Sharpe ratio is 0.65. Okay, so this is the buy low, sell high strategy. It goes from $100,000 go up to $450,000 is 4.5 times of growth. Then you will ask a question: is this a good strategy, or just it's okay? So how can we compare with the benchmark? So the IBridgePy, we have another tool is to show the SPY performance. If we show the SPY performance, we can see I have run it. Looks like this. So this is the SPY performance from year 2001 January to year 2019 December 14th. Actually, you can see the SPY goes down because the bubble the bubble. Actually, this is .com bubble and go up. This is year 2008, and then it goes up, and it does not have COVID yet. It should look like this and go up again. And this is, you can see it starts from 100 and ending about 300. But think about COVID-19 and SPY still goes up, so it should looks like this. And compare with the buy low sell high strategy, if you compare this two, you can see SPY has a larger drop down there, and the curve is not that straight. However, compared to this one, visually it looks like it's more straighter than the pure SPY. And if we calculate the Sharpe ratio, let's run it. So the strategy is 0.65 annualized Sharpe ratio. And if we compare with SPY, it's a 0.45. So if we have metrics to compare SPY and this buy low sell high strategy, this one, the score is 0.45 and this is 0.65. If we use annualized Sharpe ratio to quantify the performance. Is that a good performance or just mediocre or even worse? It's your judgment.
Thank you very much. For any questions, please send an email to ibridgepy@gmail.com. If you need any help on coding, please check out our well-known Run a Coder service. More tutorials are coming. Please don't forget to subscribe. IBridgePy is an easy-to-use Python platform to backtest and live trading. Thank you very much.